I hate photo radar. I think it's unconstitutional. I think we have due process violations. And I'm even more convinced of it now. We had the city of Mesa issue 40,000 tickets that were wrong, and those people suffered a lot. And then now we have an issue with Paradise Valley. Through a FOIA request, it was found that the photo radar vendor had printing and processing errors over a 10-month period, resulting in approximately 30,000 citations being dismissed because of it, which resulted in court costs of $10,000 in overtime, refunds to drivers, and tickets in defense of driving schools. It does not mention any costs to the driver and auto insurance and points. We have problems with the city of Mesa issuing the photo radar. We have problems with the city of Paradise Valley. There's a lot of problems with this on top of the unconstitutional due process. I did send out an email to the city manager of the Paradise Valley. They issued me a letter, and I'm going to have to ask the letter to be resubmitted because it doesn't say who the letter's from. It was a fact sheet, and according to the fact sheet that the city of Paradise Valley, they reimbursed folks $1,528. 66 individuals paid for driving school. 66 of them were fully refunded. Approximately 2,500 complaints were mailed in error. And the court cost in overtime was not $10,000, it was $8,000. And so, then it's talked about what happened, and it says what did not happen. And it says the photo radar system functioned properly, but I don't understand if that's like it did happen or it didn't happen, because it says what did not happen. And so I do believe that we have a lot of problems with the way photo radars being installed. And may I let you know that this happened with Paradise Valley for 10 months. It went through. We do have a lot of people. I'm going to wrap it up. If anybody has questions, I'm happy to stand for questions.
I was under the impression that in the Senate, they're working on a bill, an amendment to this, that every city, that they would be in favor of sending it to the voters with each city being able to vote. So Paradise Valley would get a ballot for or against. Each city would get their ballot, but it would still be going to the voters.
Thank you for
this. That's what I was under the impression, and my seatmate in the Senate was working on an amendment to this fact.
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. So this is a mirror bill, and Wendy and I decided to do the mirror bill, and she is running lead. There are some amendments that I would yield to, but because it's a mirror bill, it's going to mirror Wendy Rogers' bill. So, and because she's running lead, we're going to look at those amendments that are done in the Senate. The way we've tried to do this is it'll run in the Senate, it'll run in the House as mirrors. During crossover week, they would not cross over. They would simply just go up because they're identical bills. And so whatever changes are made in the Senate will reflect what's made in the House. Now, I have my own opinions, but I'm not running lead on this particular bill. I'm running shotgun.
Perfect. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Please.
I'm reading this from a reporter who discovered the Paradise Valley and the Mesa issue. The initial 2,000 citations was an error that they had a year ago that this reporter found in public records. I requested more public records and found out about all the other 10 months of processing problems in the second records request. The issue was not according to internal documents, but only an initial problem a year ago. It is a nanny state poorly run. That is what it is. I think it's unconstitutional. I think that you avoid due process. And I think that they should take the money that they spend in installing these equipments and put them in actually recruiting officers. And with regards to the city of Phoenix, I think maybe one of the reasons they don't have enough officers is because the officers are treated poorly with the defund the police and whatnot. Now, having said all that, I have also stated that I am in the passenger side. I'm running shotgun to Wendy, and so it will look exactly like the Senate's bill, however they come to that. But with this, I vote aye. Chairman Biasiucci?
Yeah, and I'm, again, I've stated before, I just think, this has come up multiple years. You would think that the technology and the companies behind these products would change or figure out ways to make things better. Because again, I have that problem of somebody's going 100 miles an hour, they get a ticket, but they're still going 100 miles an hour. The safety doesn't change. I mean, still an unsafe driver on our roads. I think there's ways to make technology, to upgrade these systems to allow real time of stopping these people that are going fast. And I don't doubt that the data is probably dropped where the cameras are at, but I also know if you start to know where these cameras are at, you're going to take other routes and you're just going to avoid them. So again, I go back to the best way to stop this is when you have officers on the road pulling people over. And I understand the struggle. Brett Martinez mentioned it. People don't want to be officers anymore, and that is a problem. And I think we just have to figure out a way to do this, do it right. And I think the fact that hasn't been, no solution has been brought up in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, this bill's come forward. That's unfortunate. So that being said, I vote aye. Members, with your vote of 6 ayes, 1 nay, 0 present, 0 absent, you have given House Concurrent Resolution 2004 due pass recommendation. Thank you, officers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do.